Chubby Buckle was years ahead of his time.
Well, a lot of, you hear about Hollywood celebrities today, and of course back then things were no different. So a lot of critics theorize that you can kind of track the progression of Chubby and Genevieve's real relationship with what was going on in the screen. And so when you have a film like Mabel's Punctured Predicament, in which she's being very fussy and he decides to leave her in the woods because she's being very impossible to deal with, and eventually comes back to her. Part of that I would argue is inspired by real life.
Well, when I found this out about Chubby, I was a little disappointed. I didn't even know if it was true. To this day, I can't even be sure that story is even true, that he did. It's beyond me how anyone would leave a girl out in the woods like that. But they say he did it. Now, it could have been, who knows, I'm not defending the guy, but you know how things go. It may not have been exactly the way we heard it. Maybe he's got a reason. He had his reasons. Maybe she was injured. Maybe I just don't know why he would leave her there. I kind of don't believe it myself.
Lucky him. She took him back. Leaving a woman stranded like that. I think it has a lot to do with his childhood issues.
Like, I think that's kind of an important statement that he makes in the movie. I mean, a lot of people think it's just kind of a joke and it's Chubby being cowardly, but I think that says a lot, that he leaves her out there by herself, without a man, because he thinks, he respects her enough that she can fend for herself.
Yeah, he should. He shouldn't.
It's hard to judge all those films from today's standpoint because storytelling in the movies, went a distance since 1918. But considering the cinematic language of the time and technical capabilities, I mean that Chubby Buckle made the first real psychological drama in the history of films. And I think that he justifiably and rightfully so left Mabel.
In the film where Mabel's left, my poor Granny, strong Granny, is left to fend for herself, shows how ahead of his time Chubby Buckle really is and was. That women are strong, and it's an exercise in independence and not having to be in this old-fashioned or stereotypical womanly kind of weak and submissive role.
This trust that he had, with women, and I think that there was a fear. I think what happened, what he was saying in that film without saying it, that subtext was that he wanted to get closer to her. It was at that crux of the relationship between the two of them when they were going to just be together for the rest of their lives or have to break up.
Well, some of the chase scenes were really good. I think he sped up the camera a lot of times because they were so fast, and he just liked to get things done in a hurry and fast. So I think he, in a way, he's good at chase scenes, and occasionally having a hot woman being chased in the film.